G'day, welcome back to the 40 channel. So today, something a little bit different. I've never got to do this before, but Stu's contacted me and he's let me know that he used to be an old Bathurst boy, just like me, and that he's bought this 1974 FJ40. Now Stu bought this sight unseen and wanted to get himself that classic Land Cruiser, and here he is, and this is what he's got. And he has turned out and got a sensational deal. This thing is in incredible condition. Looks like it's been kept undercover pretty much its entire life. Let's have a closer look and see what we can find. Bit of wear on the latch there. Bolts are holding in the rear wheel carrier. Little bits and pieces. The gas struts are sensational. First initial look at the back here. It's rock solid. I'm loving it. Mate, you've got a sensational buy here. There is no rust anywhere in the rear end where you normally get your rust. Your bottom seal, your bottom doors, your back panels, everything is rock solid. There's no rust through it. Now, the inside floor is all solid. And a little, we've got something under a sheet here. Let's check it out. That's one of the new genuine ARB bars that they've remade for these FJ40s. So another sweet little thing that I can see on the front of this. Great buy. Let's cover that back up. Your rear cover's missing, but again, that's no big deal. All your latch looks pretty good. Your spring feels pretty good. The spring in the little door latch here is also in excellent condition. From this point, looking straight down onto the dash, it looks really good. Sure, we're missing like your radio. Well, it wouldn't have had a radio, it would have had the cover in it, but it's missing that. It's got a few extra gauges. It's got a temp gauge added to the dash. But looking inside, there's no rust in the gutters from what I can see inside. We'll have a good look on the outside, but from the rear looking in and the sides, we're looking really good, Stu. You've done a great job in what you've got here. Even all the rubber seals around the windows, they look fantastic. They're not weathered, they're not cracked. They're in fantastic condition still. Even the inside rubbers, the outside, the glass is in excellent. There's no cracks, chips on any of the glass. It's solid as a rock, this thing. It's obviously been kept undercover and tucked away for some time. Now the center logo in the middle of the steering wheel is your red Toyota logo. I think that's pretty cool. You don't get to see that much. Right, let's check it out from the front view. That rear wheel carrier is going to need a bit of love, that's for sure. But besides that, everything else seems to be fairly solid on the back end. All your gutters, a little bit of rust, but very minor. Well and truly savable. Huge, big, solid tow bar on the back of it, bolted straight at the chassis. Bit of damage around the lights, but it's pretty much cosmetic, really. Fairly easy to fix up. Righto, both windows have a bit of tarp all over them. Now I'm guessing that the window winder, something's happened there. So they've gone to the effort of protecting it by putting the tarp over it to make sure that no water gets inside. But as far as the window winder mechanism, you can still get them genuine and aftermarket. Small bit of damage here on the side. It looks like it's been hit, but again, the rust is not through. It's still all solid steel. It's just panel damage. Bit of panel beating, and they've certainly gone to a lot of bog effort here, but it looks like someone's dug it all out to expose what we've actually got here. But besides that, there's no real damage to the side of the vehicle. Again, all your seals underneath your doors, they're rock solid. Fantastic condition there. Nice solid little protection. I haven't seen that before, but that's brilliant. Stops all this getting damaged and destroyed. Righto, a great opportunity. So Stu's bought this FJ40 and he's asked me to have a quick look at it. So the cool thing is I get to show you guys his FJ40 while he gets to have a good look at it too. Because Stu has actually bought this sight unseen. So I've got the opportunity to have a good look over it and really give it a good review of how it looks. And I tell you what, first initial look, it looks incredible. You've got yourself a sensational bike. I've gone over this entire paneling. There's no rust through it. It is rock solid. Every bit of steel is solid as. Sure, there's a few bits of dents and damage. On the driver's side, just under the door, there's a bit of a dent. They've tried to refill it all up with bog, but the rust hasn't gone through the panel. Bit of panel beating, and you straighten that out, no dramas at all. Same as your front guards. A little bit of damage here, no major big deal. The rust, it's rock solid, there's no rust in it. Again, a bit of panel beating and that'll come straight out, it's great. There's a little bit of an issue with the window winders. They're missing, why I don't know, but they've gone to the effort and they've protected it all. Just under here, there's a few little brackets missing, just that holds this front roof on. Maybe they had the roof off, maybe they're running a soft top, I don't know. But besides that, the roof and the gutters are in great condition. We've got the classic Land Cruiser symbol that's missing. That's a must that you're going to have to get onto it. Our lockdown latches, all little stuff, cosmetic, no big deal at all. Let's have a look under the bonnet. Righto, we've got a 2F motor in here. Now this is a 1974. They didn't come out with a 2F motor. So somewhere along the line, someone's decided to upgrade and chuck a 2F in. I can see there's some funny hose stuff going on with the heater. They've done a bit of a bypass and a manual tap in there to turn the heater on and off from inside, from under the bonnet. But again, your key points that rust out, rock solid. Mate, this looks sensational. You've got yourself a really good bike, Stu. So obviously they've tried to hook up air conditioning, or it's had air conditioning at one point. Well, Stu, we didn't quite get it fired up, but to be honest, I don't think it'll take much at all. I think this will be pretty easy to fire up. Just force a little bit of fuel into that carby, a bit of a spray. I don't think you're gonna have too much issues. Unfortunately, I didn't quite get it fired up, and I don't really have the time to muck around and do that today. But in an attempt to stop any water leaking in, they've actually sealed up your kick vents with silicone. Now, I would clean all that silicone out and just put a new seal on. They're pretty easy to buy. That's no drama at all. That way you've got your kick vent air conditioning. A little bit of flower power going on here, mate. More flower power. Man, I think that would polish up absolutely beautiful. New rubber door seals, some new latches, clean up all your door lock. Well, as far as reports go on old Land Cruisers, I can't really fault this one. As far as rust repairs, I don't think there's any. There's no rust repairs that I can see at all. Everything is solid out. All your parts that you normally rust in, this doesn't have it. Great buy. And as far as buying sight unseen, well, you've got an absolute gem here, mate, so well done. Little bit of panel damage, but nothing major at all. Pretty easy fix. And I think this, well, you've got some fantastic opportunities. A really, really good cleanup, a big polish back, and you'd have an incredible looking patina vehicle and not much mechanical work to do. Underneath looks in really good condition. Doesn't look like it's done too much off-road, so again, that's good. As far as the rubber seals around the windows go, they look in pretty good condition. The front window, they've obviously got a few issues. They've put the old lock seal in, and they've got a lot of silicon run around it too. Obviously they had a bit of a leak coming in the front window. So I've probably definitely changed the front rubber seal on the window. But the rest of the rubber seals look in great condition. Now, as I said before, this would be an amazing patina vehicle and would look absolutely beautiful, polished up. But having said that, if you wanted to take this back to bare metal, there's a small amount of panel damage, and give this a whole new fresh coat, you would have an absolute beautiful restoration on your hand as well. Another really cool feature I love about some of these old 40s is it has some little pinstriping just along the edge. Not too much, but just a little bit of detail just to highlight some of these lines on the old 40s. I think they're really cool, and I wouldn't mind doing it to one of mine actually down the track. Righto, so that's pretty much my quick little review on Stu's 1974 FJ40. Well, Stu, all I can say is what a sensational buy, and you've nailed it. Great job. And I really look forward to being able to see some progress on this one as it goes along in the future. Unfortunately for you, you haven't actually got to actually feel, touch and crawl all over the vehicle like I have, but hopefully what I've done for you today is going to give you a better representation of what you've actually bought and give you some real satisfaction that you've got an absolute ripper of an FJ40. Well done, Stu, and I bet you can't wait to get back to Australia to get into the driver's seat of this and take it for a drive yourself. Anyway, that's it. So if you want to keep up with what's going on in the 40 world, feel free to subscribe, feel free to leave a comment, and until next time, take care of yourselves.